Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a Game 3 in the round of 16 of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Championship bracket. We have JamEvil versus Shton. They had a very interesting set of races a couple days ago. Both races had silvers and 8. Both races, Jam rushed 9. Both races, Shton found the silvers and 8 in Game 1. The difference was Shton was fast enough to use that silver's advantage in game 2. Jam had enough of a lead that he was able to go back and get them. We'll see what happens in game 3. We'll see if we have another silvers and 8. My name is Tracy M. With me today is Hio24. How are you doing, Hio?
I am doing great. I am excited we get to watch game 3 today. Plus, it's an early game, so we get to relax on this nice Friday afternoon and enjoy some racing.
Yeah, this should be fun. Two very good players, long-time community members, but yeah, looking forward to it. And we should be starting any moment now. And there we go.
And we're starting pretty close to start, so it's in the middle. That's not bad. So what do we think will be on our Armos and Coast? Do we think it's just going to be hearts today?
I mean, that's the easy answer, right?
Well, yeah, there's a lot more hearts for sure.
All right, we see a candle shop. A 56 rupee candle shop is low enough, and we see it early enough that the runners could decide to go for that instead of the take any candle. Definitely makes you less concerned about finding one of those take any's.
I always feel like if you find a candle shop early, you might take the heart on the first take any, just until you see what the secrets are. Just because you know you can go back and buy it at some point.
Also, looks like we got a raft as a starting item. Neither runner getting a bomb drop from the moblins on the overworld.
It looks like Jam is going to check that raft first, but we do find a level on Shton's side. That's level 3.
Yeah, this is not Q. Not Q2. No, definitely not a Q2 front half. This could still be Q1.
I think it's shapes. I don't know. That's hard to tell still.
But it's too. Yeah, it's definitely still. I think could still be Q1. It's definitely
nope.
Not
that's shapes, isn't it?
It's a little bit low. Yeah. Okay. This is looking like shapes now. Yeah, this is definitely
because it's not the shooting star or the ninja star or whatever.
All right, shapes front half. Let's go.
Well, was that ropes, and were they not blinking either?
I didn't see the ropes.
I must have missed it.
I definitely missed it, so.
Well, both runners in 3, so we'll probably see it again.
Recorder on the floor for Jam. Don't think Shton got that.
All right, we're told there are red and blue bubbles already, so that would be a second quest back half. So we'll get to see our Spirals of Doom.
Yeah, I like the second quest back half. Although it does make for a less interesting 9 from a commentary perspective.
Yeah, I mean that's 8's just enough fun on its own though. And 7 could be a lot of fun too. It's got a lot of transports.
Yeah, 7's got the transports. The problem with 7 is it's got those darn muggers wanting to take all our stuff away.
Oh, we found an early wand.
Okay. So wand and recorder in level 3. Hopefully Shton doesn't miss either of those. The wand, of course, not required, but definitely a nice offensive upgrade. We do see Wizrobes in this dungeon, which we've seen Moblins and Lionels in the overworld. Those will be our overworld enemies. Everybody else can be in dungeons.
I mean, so far, not too bad. Blue Wizrobes, you never want to see them, but in the early level dungeons, that's not too bad.
Yeah, if you don't have to kill them.
8.
I mean, yeah. You just hope they're in rooms you don't have to kill them. There's our map. Yep, there we go. Shton sees the map. It's gonna head towards the Triforce. We'll hopefully go back in for the items. The recorder could matter. There is a world in which if he misses the recorder, he actually saves time because if the recorder is not required, he's not going to be checking all those locations. But more likely, it's better to just have it, especially this early.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're going to route them, it's just a few extra seconds on their walk. And plus, early Triforces mean you don't have to dig as many dungeons. You can always flute back to them.
Yeah, I always, we always talk about recorder, I have the recorder, so I don't need to necessarily finish this dungeon and go back to it easily. But, runners don't always do that. I can go back anytime I want, and then they just don't, and sometimes that matters. So, you gotta take the recorder back to the dungeons, a little bit with a grain of salt. Another set of wizards we have to kill. Just don't get hit by a beam, because that's insta-kill, because that's 4 hearts of damage. We only have 3 total.
And like you said in your lead up to this race, I mean, Jam just never went back to any dungeons and rushed 9, and there's a chance he could do that again today too.
All right, so Jam's done with the Triforce. Shton is not going back in. That is okay. Well, again, we may not need that recorder. The wand for better offense is unfortunate, but doesn't need that.
I'm always happy to see an early wand, especially when you get bad enemy sets.
18 rupee small secret is really nice. Our Armos item is not here. Yeah, it's kind of a French vanilla level 2 location. It's 1 Armos off of the Q2 spot.
Oh, yep. Never mind. Those ropes are definitely glowing.
Yeah, that is definitely a 2Q back half. And a very early compass in this level. Yeah, I am a little surprised Shton didn't go back into level 3 with the map and it being such a small dungeon. On the other hand, there are whiz ropes in that dungeon. What he doesn't know is that the rooms that those items were pretty easy. The recorder was just lying on the floor, and I don't recall whiz ropes in the room with the wand, but I could be wrong about that one.
I mean, I'm not going to blame him just yet in that we're still early in this race, and it's really close. Oh, that's a ladder.
Yeah.
Wow, everything coming up already.
Oh gosh, where is? Okay, this must be this next room first. No, this is not the room. Did the Triforce? Did Shton just take a different route? Completely missed that ladder.
Yeah, he went straight across, I think.
There's the map for Jam.
And
he's going back into 2. Okay.
But I mean, it's early on. You got plenty of checks still to see. I mean.
Well, see, that's where I get worried. When you abandon a small dungeon early, it's harder to go back to it, I think.
Yeah, the one good thing for Shton right now is neither of them are required that we know of. They may be required, but they're not just yet.
The ladder, you expect
the ladder will be probably. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are ladderless seeds. They do happen, but even if it's a ladderless seed, missing that ladder early, usually usually it saves time. You don't have to route around the rivers and the moats and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, and Jam finds the heart, so Jam has cleared both 2 and 3 already.
Yeah, just slightly different routing has managed to get all the items in the 2 dungeons. Shton just hasn't run into the items.
Yeah, it's just a little bit unlucky so far. I mean, when you look at it, we're 7 minutes in and Jam has fully cleared 2 dungeons. That's all luck routing there. I mean, both of these runners have they're both skilled. It's just Jam luckily went the right way.
Yeah, and managed to get a heart off the coast with a nice rolled wrap. A little surprised he didn't continue on there, although I think his health was pretty low. Try and get those Armos checks over there. And level 4!
Okay, so we started next to all the low dungeons.
Yes.
That's crazy.
2, 3, and 4, or all within a few screens of our start spot. That's amazing.
Well, Jam also will have a 50-50 shot when he sees the old man, whatever the old man's holding for us today.
Nah, he's got a 66% shot now because no one tried at 4. So if you don't know.
Well, yeah, that's why I went with 50-50, because it's either 5 or 6 for him.
Well, no, it's either 4, 5, or 6. So if it's 4 or 5, that's your 66% chance.
Well, yeah.
And we have a segmented level 4. Let's go. That's always fun. There's our compass with some blue dark nuts that we don't need to kill because compass is just sitting there.
Always nice to skip dark.
Okay, Shton does find the ladder. That's good.
So Shton still needs to find the heart out of here. And I think it was to the right.
Yeah, it had to be in this general area because Jam didn't have the heart when he got to the Triforce room, if I remember correctly.
No, yeah, he got it by going back in.
Yeah. Where's the map for Shton? Oh, it's right there in the rupee boss. There you go. Okay, that's both items for Shton out of level 2. At some point, may need to go back into level 3.
He might right now. I mean, he's right here. And he does. That's actually going to be nice for him.
Not too many rooms he skipped. I think going up will get you the wand, and going down will get the recorder, but I'm not sure. May not have had all the keys. Oh, this is not... No, no, leave this room.
Well, he's got 8 bombs, so he's going to at least give it a try.
I don't care. You've got other locations to check. You come back to this room if and when the game says this has to be it.
Yeah, unfortunately, he wasted 3 bombs.
Yeah, 4 hearts, no mail. Just no.
Oh, look at that map on 4.
It's double segmented.
It's oh man, it's a ship that's dropped its payload.
Okay, I think this is the room that had the recorder for Shton. I know it was a desert room, so this is probably it. I thought it was just laying there, but no, it was definitely, it was a kill room. Let's see if going down gets him the wand. Yeah, this could be it. Red Wizards are a little bit easier. We can use some bombs. We can hide out in the door and stab them when they come out. The nice thing is they also drop bombs, so if we drop... and this is going to be the wand first on. So he's going to be a little bit behind, for having double dip level 3, but not significantly so.
Jam finding the Triforce, but I don't think he's found anything else yet in 4. He found the raft.
I see the raft is marked, so he must have found the that we started the game with. Thanks, game.
Well, at least we know we're not looking for a useless item anymore.
Great, we get to get it early.
These red dark nuts, they either are vanilla or they roll down, which is very nice.
Well, he's killing them with one swing of one double swing. So that means
that's right. So
that's 3 HP. So it means they roll down to 3. Maybe even down to 2. I haven't seen if he's able to stab any of them with just the wand. Now, it looks like it's 3, because Shton's just using the wand. And that does push.
I think that's the transport.
I think it's a different room, yeah. I was going to say, they were both in what looked like the same room, but I don't think it was.
A nice bomb refill station guarding the item.
And it's just a heart. Shton running into the blue dark nuts.
Alright, well now Jam has 100% chance of getting that item.
Yeah, well we gotta find it first. But yeah. Barring any unfortunate meetings with muggers, and there will be muggers in this seed, because we do have a 2Q back half, and level 7 will have 2. There could be anywhere from 1 to 3 others in the seed.
And
he will be able to pick up the white sword item when he finds it.
Jam is keeping Chester Extreme alive by buying the candle. And
we haven't seen it take any yet.
Parts.
We haven't found it take any yet, so you buy it. Buy the candle when you can. 237 blue ring if the runners decide. Now 78 rupee key as well, so that's a nice little shop. There's also bait in there. I didn't see the price of the bait.
I did not either. And Shton's only missing the coast heart, so he's pretty much caught up on items.
Yeah, he might just route the coast heart in when he goes to that area of the world. Just the raft somewhere on the floor for him to find, which, if he misses it, the only issue would be if he came back here looking for something else required.
I'm fully expecting level 1 to be like right here, since we have everything else right here.
Well, the one thing about finding the raft this early is it does make it a little more likely there's something behind it, because it's not in level 9.
That's true,
which,
yeah.
you know, because important level items in level 9, if the raft is just sitting in level 9, it's guaranteed not to be required.
Our hope is what, bow and silver's in 9? So we
No.
can see every
You
dungeon?
you can wish for that. I'm happy to see them walk into level 9 with bow and silvers. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, I always say the dream is both items in 9. You just have to see every item in the game before you realize that.
Shton picking up the raft he already has, but fortunately as a floor item didn't cost him much time. And if he can clip this, he can just get the Triforce and get out, which would be really nice. Oh, virus rolled down. That never happens for me.
We've got any roads pretty close to start, and they're already looking nice.
Well, anytime you get one that takes you into Death Mountain, that's a good
Never
thing.
mind. It was 2 right next to each other.
I mean, you still have a nice warp to Death Mountain, so that's good.
Yeah, and it's the far left side of Death Mountain too. So you could like route that little area in with just right now and then go to the rest of it later.
With 7 bombs, I would bomb these right now, although I would also hit the Armos spot.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, we've
make it
only
easier. Yeah, it'll be easier to get to that power bracelet spot if we have to come back for it.
Well, the power bracelet spot is in any road.
No, there was. Oh, they were both. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Both right next to each other. Okay. And magic sword up here too. Two cheap hints and an expensive hint there.
And we finally find a take any. 237 blue ring. Yeah, I mean, Max is in a really good spot today, just being right next to the any road. So we have seen both runners attempt to pick up Max in this game, 3 game set so far. Oh, that's a great tune.
Oh, and there's the expensive hint shot for Jam.
Yeah, that looked like 140 maybe.
I saw a 3, a 4, and a 5 for the starting numbers on those.
That was a lot.
And the raft so far giving us despair and taking all our money. We haven't seen the coast raft spot yet.
Okay, so all of our take-inies are up here.
Have we seen 3? Well, no, I think we saw 1, maybe under. I don't know. We saw 1 on Shton's side down here, I think. There's definitely 2 of them up in the Death Mountain area.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking it was Jam, but it was Shton. So I saw 3 at like within a minute.
Yep. Well, Jam's already at. I think he may have gotten that other one too, because he's already at 9 hearts.
I mean, we're only 17 minutes in. If he finds one more, we could have the fastest ever Max. Potentially.
In the meantime, we do have a relatively small mid-secret at 28. The mid-secret's kind of driving things not great. We do find level 5 up here. An immediate possible push block, but, you know, rule of 5, unofficial rule of 5 says that's just going to be a transport.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an item in 5 right off the bat.
No, I have. It just doesn't happen very often.
It's rare, yeah.
See, there it is. There's the transport.
And with it being shapes, you never know how many. Oh, that's a big
147 for the large. That's nice.
But Jam keeping us in smaller dungeons. So we still haven't seen spirals.
Yeah, and a lot of our enemies have rolled down this seed. You don't see that very often.
It's funny when we had, you know, the Swiss rounds, you know, and people like me who are not so good, we got the worst enemy sets. Now we have the best players, and we're getting the easy sets. Why couldn't I have gotten this?
And the problem for the runners is you're just if you're getting the easy enemy set, so is your opponent. So it doesn't exactly inspire confidence by itself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with the Triforce and try and find the items. There's a red candle on the floor, which was kind of free if you got to it before you bought one.
You still take that with the second half being red bubbles. Well, all of it being red bubbles.
I mean, you would lose time trying to avoid it anyway. So yeah, you're gonna
That's true.
You know, if it's in a staircase, maybe you skip it. Shton finding level 8. What screen is this? Oh, he can open it. Yeah, he should be able to get one of those doors open.
So what is that screen called? I always called it Astronaut Grave.
Oh, I don't know. I always thought of it as the Armos grave spot, except because there's nothing underneath those particular Armos. And the other Armos are considered part of the grave. That's incorrect and misleading. It is a potion shop in vanilla, as Opno points out. So, yeah, someone's calling it the grave potion shop. It would not be inaccurate.
See, I always thought they looked like astronauts to me, and they were close to the grave, so I always called it Astronaut Grave.
I mean, it is a palette thing. Like it's so close to the grave, you still have that sort of gray palette that the grave has. Heart 5 for Jam. Oh,
20%.
We have the level 9 shoot room, most likely. So this is normally level 8's going to have 5 two-way transports, 2 one-ways, and 2 items. Well, this one's going to have 1 less staircase that we can get into because that chute. Oh, nice red ring for Shton. But yeah, that shoot room is almost certainly going to be the level 9 shoot room where the block will push. You just can't get to the staircase. So it's effectively a one-way.
And effectively, Shton now has 24 hearts.
And could buy some bombs. Plus 5.
Bombs.
Hey, I just got a red ring. You don't have to even think about a blue ring. I'm going to buy these bombs.
Yeah, I mean, like, he may only have 6 hearts, but it's a lot better than the 10 hearts Jam has right now.
Yep. I don't expect Jam to miss that heart container, but I don't know when he gets over to this dungeon. He's at East Death Mountain. He's not that far away from this area, but he's not that close either. Does find level 9. 1 west of the vanilla Q1 spot. Also a potion shop, by the way.
That level 9's pretty far out there, but when you can flute to 5, it's not really that bad.
Yeah, having the early recorder's nice.
A little expensive bombs, but not like crazy at 27.
We haven't really been having trouble getting bomb drops so far, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Blue Moblas in the overworld that we can kill with a single wand shot. Makes it pretty easy.
Yeah. And when you think that our large secret is enough to buy at the bomb upgrade, that helps too.
Alright, this almost certainly is a push block for Shton. Gonna go ahead and kill all these blue darknets and we'll see what it is.
I mean, just watching his health not even move down, it's just so nice.
Well, it doesn't hurt that when you kill the blue darkness, they are in the health drop group, so you can get your health back pretty quickly if they're being kind and dropping nice things.
And looks like Jam's probably going to do all of these flute checks, or recorder checks over here, and then make his way to 8.
Yeah, I mean, Deadwood's into Grave is a pretty good route.
That was a very nice bomb by Shton right there.
We are still missing 1, 6, and 7, so definitely more dungeons to find. Could be over here.
Yeah, Shton doing the thing I never do. No matter how many tries I've tried, I've never been able to do that one.
Well, that does mean there. Oh, that's a bow on the floor for Shton.
Okay, so
silver's not an 8 yet, but the bow on the floor in 9 in level 8. Hopefully, Jam doesn't miss that now. Shton still hasn't found the Triforce, so it does make it more likely the Jam does run into that, but I can't say for sure.
Well, I mean, because it was on the floor, it makes it nice that he doesn't need to. He's just looking for push blocks, but he's still looking for the Triforce too. So
Funny enough, level 8, I don't think the fact that there's so many push blocks already in level 8, I think that it's less useful to be able to say that I'm just looking for a staircase because there's so many of them. Ooh, I don't know if he meant to pick that up. I would have at least checked those rooms above to see if the item's there, and then grab the Triforce. Then maybe not go back in, but I don't. If the answer for the third item is above that room and it's something important, I don't want to miss it.
Well, I mean, as stacked as that 8 was, I would never have given up on the third item.
Oh, I mean, I definitely don't mind him leaving, giving up on the third item. I just don't like leaving rooms far away from the entry that you can just easily clear and then easily come back to. That's the part I don't like.
Where the Triforce was, too, he could have easily gotten around that. It wasn't, like, in his path.
Yeah, because, Jam might take a completely different route here, find, the other item, Can we have silvers in 8 for a third straight seed?
If we had silvers in 8, we'd have all of 9 and the bow in 8. That'd be the 9 items and bow.
I know, right?
That'd
be amazing. Probably just a heart container, to be fair, but So yeah, I would have left the dungeon just like Shton did. But he might have been Y-Force. It's unclear whether he was intending to pick that up. But yeah, I would have liked to have. I would have gone and done the extra rooms up top, assuming I didn't get Y-Forced. I could then grab the Triforce, and then probably would have left because there's still quite a bit of 8 left. Chat suggesting you might feel behind. We were only 25 minutes in, but there is a little bit of a reason for him to maybe feel behind because of the double dip into level 3 now. Jam finds his red ring, so we're going to be even up on defense. And oh, by the way, we haven't found the Armos item yet.
Yep, we got 2 more spots to check, and it looks like Shton will at least get both of them here.
Sadly, Jam can't afford the bomb upgrade.
And Jam hasn't seen any big secrets yet.
Which is why he can't afford the bomb upgrade.
It's just bad timing. That's, again, the luck of the route. I mean, Shton had it bad in 3, but Jam has it bad in the overworld.
Yeah, chat reminding us we haven't seen the white sword item yet, but that's a little less significant in the sense that runners will typically prioritize the Armos item. Both our runners are going to have at least 4 Triforces before getting it in this case. Shton with 4 right now. Jam might have a 5th by the time he gets his Armos item. And it is just a heart, but, that's one. I mean, that would give Jam a 40% chance at Magic Sword.
Yeah, imagine if the white sword item is also another heart. I mean, he'd be stacked.
Well, if he finds item 3 in here, maybe that's also a heart. Also get him at a 60% chance potentially.
Yep, and he knows that he can get right back to that magical sword with the any roads.
Yep, and level 6 for Shton. Now, Shape 6 is bad. Shape 6 is big and awful and windy and does weird things. And Shape 6, if you have a full Shapes layout, 6 can actually be bigger than 9. I've seen it happen.
Yep, it's kind of weird. Oh, and the parentheses do push.
And it's the item. Ooh,
oh my god.
Silver's not Nate, everybody. Silvers are not Nate. It's pretty close to start, so not too far off path.
So right now, Shton is in potential go mode minus the power bracelet.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Power bracelet could still be needed since we still do need to find level 7 and level 1.
I mean, this is huge for Shton as I don't know. Does he go mode the rest right now? Or what's he going to do?
Well, he doesn't have to make a decision on anything until he gets a Triforce. And then when you get a Triforce, that's when you get to make the decision. Now, me, I would be, looking for items until I found. I would do exactly that. Look for items in 6 and 7 until I found the Triforce, and once I did, I would leave. I wouldn't go back into a shape 6 in particular, or it's the spiral 7, unless I have a map and I know how much. There's only 3 rooms left. I might go back for those 3 rooms. If in level 1, I might full clear level 1 because it's going to be a small dungeon.
Yeah, it looks like he's heading right for that compass for the Triforce. I mean, level 6 is second items on the floor.
Floor with no map. You just grab your Triforce and get out.
I mean, again, the only thing that could help him at this point is a power bracelet. He's got so much defense, he's not going to worry about anything.
There's plenty of things that could help him. Like a white sword would be nice. A book for hints would be nice. An any key would be nice. All those things are good items, and you want to be able to pick them up. But you're not going to dig a shape 6 without a map looking for those items.
Plus, we still have 2 levels we haven't found.
Yeah, 1 and 7 unfound. Jam, seeing more of this level 8 than Shton did. Cannot kill the Goma. So that's probably a push block, and then this is that level 9 shoot room that we talked about earlier. The recorder tune bringing us all back into the 80s. Good times.
I hear they're making another one of those. Or maybe they did make another one.
Can we have new content, please, Hollywood?
Well, see,
when movies hold up without... Okay.
I'm all for people, trying to relive their glory days and stuff, but it's getting a little too much.
Okay. Of note, Jam now has found the Triforce room. He is continuing on, which is really, really good because he does not want to miss the bow that is in this dungeon, and it is along this bottom part of the spiral. And
that is good for us.
And there it is.
Oh, he finds it, yes. Now, does he check the row right above that, though?
Well, if you look at Jam's map. If he decided to go back in looking for another item, I could see it because he doesn't have a ton of items left. There are still a couple more rooms above. He came into the room above the Triforce through a transport, which we hadn't seen before. There's at least 2 more rooms, I want to say, above that. Now, whether we can get to them or not, I don't know. Okay, he's gonna grab the Triforce. Probably the right decision, unless the power bracelet is in here and it is required. And he'll probably leave. He's seen more of this 8. It'll be easier for him to go back to it if he needs to. So that is 5 Triforces before an Armos item for Jam. Gotta love it.
Yeah, and I mean the way he's routing this, it looks like he's going to find level 6 not too far from here.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to those eastern Armos locations, and he will inevitably find 6 in that area. And yeah, chat pointing out that the other item could be Goma block. There was a Goma with a single block. It could be almost certainly is a staircase. Now it's level 8, so you gotta take that with a grain of salt because everything's a staircase in level 8.
It looks like the only thing that rolled up in this entire seed were Octorots.
Like we're gonna do the western part of the Lost Hills first, doing these the river spots into the Lost Hills, perhaps. Again, still looking for levels 1 and 7. Hopefully, Jam does not find 7 before 6. Now, finding 1 before 6, I think, is fine. So it's going to be a smaller dungeon. He should be able to get through that relatively quickly.
Yeah, and the dungeons, they go up in size when they're shapes, right? Where level 1 will always be the smallest.
That's right. They can be the same size, and there's a weird exception between levels 4 and 5 because the transports count as a room as well, so they can essentially be on the map, I guess, the same size, or maybe one bigger for 4. But for the most part, yeah, they go up in size, which is why when you see when you see shapes in the back half and you see level 7 and 8, you can kind of predict just how big that 9 is.
Yeah, because it all fits on like 2 screens, basically.
Yep. It's like we're gonna go up the mountain. Jam has 255 rupees. Probably wants to find an arrow shop for his bow. Shton has already found the Triforce at a level 7. Just needs to find 1 and 5. Now 5 is out near, I want to say near Death Mountain.
It's right, one up and right from the Armos in Death Mountain.
All right. Okay,
One up,
so,
one right.
so he's a little bit far away from 5. Again, we still haven't seen 1. 1 could still be under a power bracelet, which would kind of put a wrench in everybody's plans in terms of this, how fast to see this is.
Yeah, and Shton, dipping right out of 7. I mean, that's probably the smart call right now, but still 2 items in there.
7, yeah. I mean, I've gone on record saying it doesn't matter whether it's Quest 1, Quest 2, or Shape. 7's just a bad dungeon.
Well, level 1 has been found, which means power bracelet not required.
Okay, so
and
everybody was
Shton.
correct in leaving the dungeons that they left.
Shton's going to make this the fastest level 1. 2 rooms.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything else. Well, he doesn't know for sure that he doesn't need the power bracelet for level 5. But yeah, he's gonna bank on that. I think even in a small one, I think you leave. I mean, it wouldn't be unreasonable to go back in looking for some nice things, but
Well, the thing about Shton is he hadn't seen any of Death Mountain, and if he takes the any roads there,
yeah,
then he will start as far away as he can from level 5.
yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying is, like, I think it's reasonable to go back into a small level 1. I also think it's reasonable to just assume that you have everything you need, and that looks like what he's doing. And Jam still needs to find his level 6 and 7. Also his level 1. They all seem to be up in that northeast corner area.
Yeah, I was going to say, I did not mark where 7 was found because I didn't see it. Level 5 is up and right from the Armos in Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm. So Jam is going to buy those arrows like I expected. Yeah, that means he's probably finding 6 relatively soon and going to get those silvers at a level 6.
I mean, and then we saw how fast the Triforce is in 7 and 1 are. So Jam is going to be, once he finds these arrows,
he can catch up really quick, but he's got to get to that part of the world. Now, level 9, it is a 2Q back half, so level 9 doesn't do the same kind of level 9 things that it does in the other versions. It can have little trolls, of course. There's only one old man, but we don't even have the book to take advantage of it.
Level 9 is in the potion shop next to 1 Quest 8.
Alright, we're gonna get the other. I don't think. I assume we saw this on Shton's side, but the raft spot's completely useless today. Despite the game giving us our logical raft early. Oh, I guess not completely useless. That's a good money for Jam to pick up.
Yeah, I don't think he'll see any more bomb upgrades, but if he does, he'll have the money this time.
Yeah, the bomb upgrade would have been in level 5, and he's not going back for it. If he really will, the only way he's getting a bomb upgrade is if he runs out of bombs doing some sort of area, and then, or in level, well, okay, it's a 2Q9, so that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, it isn't, you'll see runners sometimes will go back to an easy bomb upgrade, if they run out of bombs in a level 9, for instance. There's the, Armos Heart for Jam.
Alright, so to the west of here is level 5. Or 6, sorry.
You mean Shton's side? That's level 5 he's looking at.
Level 5, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Jam's still looking for 6. He's really close to 6. I think it's in this general area that he's in right now.
Yeah, it's down and to the right, close to level 1Q8.
There's the red candle for Shton. One less location that he needs. One less item he cares about. I mean, we saw that red candle on Jam's side. Gonna grab those bombs.
Shton has now seen every level, so he knows that the power bracelet is not required.
He doesn't need anything. But he might want a few things. There's level 6 for Jam. I think he's going the correct direction to see those silvers. It was in one of these very early rooms up towards the top.
Yeah, it didn't take Shton long. Oh, man, there's the other upgrade.
All right, for a full 18 for Shton. It's this room right here that Jam's in. So as long as he remembers to push this block, he will be in what we know is go mode. He doesn't know it yet until he finds his 1 and his 7.
Man, we've got a race on our hands. I mean, like I said, Shton did not take any time at all in 1 and 7. So it's once he gets done with 6 and if he goes north, he'll find both levels.
And I think that's all he's got left anyway. Shton, meanwhile, the 5 was not as quick as 1 and 7 were, but it looks like Jam took the transport immediately to the other part of the dungeon, and I don't think we saw nearly as much as this top part. I want to say this was segmented. And we need to be in the bottom part.
Yes.
Jam also gets the compass to level 6 and is trying to make his way over to that blinking dot. Nice clip through the diagonal block room.
Yeah, those clips just look so good when you see somebody who can just walk right into it and do it.
And the old man will likely forever be Groot in this sea, because I don't think we're going to find the book.
If we do, it's because Jam runs across it on the floor at 7.
Alright, this will be the Triforce for Jam. Just needs to go to the northeast and find those last 2 dungeons.
Oh, and Shton finding that Triforce in 5. So they're going to get a decent lead in 9.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice head start into a Q2-9, and those can go really fast.
And he literally finishes the 1 dungeon that is close to 9 as well.
Yeah, it's nice to have that happen. Now, with the recorder, it's not going to be that as big of an advantage as if he didn't have the recorder, or more so if his opponent didn't have the recorder, which we didn't have anything under that recorder, did we?
Nope, we didn't have anything under any block today.
No blocks today. Now, of course, the recorder could still come into play if there's a dig dogger somewhere loose in level 9, but that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jam is checking the forest, and that's just going to be a lot of checks through here. That's not going to help.
Yeah, this is I mean, it's reasonable to do all these checks. It's unfortunately not going to be the correct answer for him. So Shton's going to have a very big cushion here in this level 9.
And the one bad thing for Jam is even though Shton has 1 key, it's 2Q9, and there aren't many key doors.
Yeah, I'd still be rather uncomfortable with just 1 key and a 2Q9, but like as compared to the shapes or 1Q, where I feel uncomfortable with like anything less than 5 or 6 in a 1Q or a shapes. And he's already used that key, so has enough money to buy one if he needs it. Now there could be any key in here, or there could be keys sitting on the floor, as often happens.
Yeah, he like every runner I've seen in a 2Q9 is trying to get to the ears first.
Yep, the ears. Yeah, something is almost always in. Well, I say that it's not really true, but the ears do like to have things for sure.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you only have to go into 2 rooms and you can tell if the other 2 rooms have anything. It's nice.
There's 1 for Jam. Gets the compass and is going to be able to walk up, walk back, walk up, and be done. Now he just needs to find 7 and have a similarly quick Jam. Oh, he's going to try and open that door. Save a key.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would agree with that play. It's just he doesn't know how fast his opponent's gone through this. He could those seconds might matter.
I mean, we're at 43 minutes. This isn't
I know, right? I know, right?
Like, this is crazy that
like
we're
I said,
talking about this.
He has no idea that his opponent is already in level 9. I would be feeling pretty good about my route if I were JamEvil.
Oh, and Shton is 1 piece of the puzzle away from finishing.
Nope,
there
we found
is Zelda.
then. In a cheek. If it's not the ears, it's the cheeks.
That's pretty much the whole thing. You got the eye in the middle, yeah. Yeah, and I think it's probably to the right here for Jam.
Yeah, I believe so. And Sean's suddenly up to 3 keys, so a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, and he's gonna go up the middle here, and that'll clear a lot. Or he gets blocked.
All right, and Jam's gonna go into level 7 and starts out by going to the left. That's not gonna bomb because level 7 generally doesn't have bomb walls. You might have one for logic reasons. You should send him straight to the Triforce in the other direction.
All right, Chad is saying they heard a roar, so it's probably in the middle there.
No, Jam, don't take the transport. Don't do it. No. I don't think Shton took the transport. I want to say he just went right and immediately found the Triforce that way. So that's going to cost him some time in level 7.
Yeah, and, because he didn't see anything in 7.
And he doesn't have that time to give right now. Shton closing in on Ganon.
Yeah, there's the roar.
There's a heart in 7.
I mean, this seed went so fast we didn't even have time to tell what we're looking for in 9.
You know, and just a couple of days ago, we had OpnoPoint get a 47 something to have the tournament record, and this might beat it.
He has the path to Zelda. He's got like about a minute. This wood sword's slowing him down. He needs 15 hits, unfortunately.
Yeah. Fortunately, he has a red ring, so he can take a few hits back. There we go. There's Ganon down. And it's probably up A here, because the path is probably better from the start.
Yeah, I think this could be a sub 47.
Sorry, OpnoPoint, you got to hold the record for 3 days? 2 days?
I mean, this seed was just so nice to our runners. If you routed right.
I mean, the only mistake Jam's made is taking that transport here in 7. Like, everything else he's done, I think, has been fine.
Oh, Shton almost dying to the whiz ropes.
And just in case, look, it looks like our ladder might have been required just for that Chevy room. And there we go, Shton finishing with an official race time of 46:47. That is a tournament PB for this tournament. Nobody's gone faster than that. That was absolutely amazing.
I mean, I was fully expecting to sit here and have a good afternoon watching Zelda, and Shton ruined it.
I mean, it was still good. It just was quick.
Now what am I gonna do? That was amazing.
You know, and Jam's still in this level 7. I don't know if he's even looking at the race room, or if he does look at some runners don't look at the race room, and even the ones that do, they might not look until they're an hour in. So he might be thinking, I don't need to look at the race room yet. Everything's going good. I'm just got this one Triforce to find.
I mean, usually I don't start looking at the race room until 1 hour in, but I have a feeling Jam, seeing how fast he's going, might look at it.
Yeah, and we do have Shton joining us. GG's, that was really fast.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I mean, that was probably
tournament record.
Of a right order seed, huh?
Yep, yeah, it was a tournament record. I've only seen one seed go faster for someone that was in a pickup race back in, I want to say, January or February. So very well done. Yeah, and the funny thing is, at the very beginning, it was a little bit concerning because you had gone to 3, right? You went to 3,
right.
You didn't get the items, and there was the recorder and the wand were there, of course. And the recorder turned out to not lead to anything. But we were a little worried about the recorder and the wand miss. And of course, the wand is just nice to have.
Yeah, I was never considering skipping it. I think Combat was a little rough, and I think I left thinking, well, there's an Armos check just a couple screens up. Let me go see what's if I can maybe get a white sword or a wand or something.
Yep.
And it happened to be 2, and and then my plan was always to immediately go right back to 3.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, the speaking of the Armos item, between the two of you, I think you had 9 Triforces before we saw the Armos item in this seed because you just kept finding dungeons.
It did seem like every other screen was a dungeon. It was wild. I mean, by the time I had, what did I have, maybe 1 or 2 left. I mean, all I was thinking at that point was, please don't let Power Bracelet be required.
I know, right? Yeah, and then level 8 with the goods again. This time the bow instead of the silvers, and neither one of you missed it.
Well, as soon as I saw that, I mean, and it was. Did you have to take a stair, or could you walk there? I don't.
I
felt
think
like.
So I want to say you took a stair to the left side of the dungeon, and you could walk it from there. I think that's how it worked out. There was also a stair right above the Triforce, so we were a little worried that Jam might take the Triforce and leave, but he went beyond the Triforce, and then did run into the bow. So no one got level 8'd today, unlike the first 2 seeds where those silvers and 8 just made for really interesting situations for both of you.
Yeah. I mean, the second I saw silvers, I just I mean, I knew it was going to be a fast. I mean, I knew I would have a fast seed, and then if he right ordered everything as well, I got
Yeah, I mean, I
you
feel
get
like
nervous as to how right I was right ordering and how right he was right ordering.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'm looking at Jam, and it's still at 50 minutes. I don't know what his race room watching tendencies are, but some people will not look until a certain time, and he's at 50 minutes in. It's like he probably still, if he hasn't looked at the race room, he probably still feels pretty good. Because the only thing I would say, I mean, he lost a little time just overworld checks, doing extra overworld checks beyond what you did. But a large part of his time lost happened as you were finishing with the Triforce in level 7, which was just a couple rooms after you walked into the east, and he took a transport, which took him on a bit of a ride, a bit of an adventure in level 7. But
yeah, sometimes you get lucky. I mean, I didn't do any of West Death Mountain. I didn't do any of the Deadwoods.
I don't think you got much of the forest beyond what you had to do for level 6.
Yep. So yeah, it was
Zelda for Jam.
Yeah, and Jam has seen Shton has finished, so he is just going to finish real quick.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's in level 9. He's not going to take much longer.
Yeah.
And I always respect the players that want to finish in these situations, because you might as well.
Yeah, especially if you're already.
Well, it sounds like he's got a. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a sub-hour seed,
yeah.
I mean, that's
I know, right?
A good run.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got Magic Sword too, so Ganon's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, if this was me and it's over 2 hours, I'm like, no, I'm done.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you went a little bit longer than 2 hours in that first seed.
I won that first seed.
You
though.
did win that one. That was impressive by your perseverance, honestly.
I mean, yeah, we've got the fastest runner and the slowest runner in this call right now.
There you go.
I mean, one person finishes in 46, another in 4 hours and 6. But this is why when you let beginners in, you expect it.
Nothing wrong with beginners playing too. Jam's got to be really close.
Oh yeah, just two rooms over and then one up.
Yeah, but unfortunately, not going to be able to get there through this annoying wizard broom. I think you'll hear the roar from here.
Yeah. Second quest 9 always makes you feel good. I was a little worried about my key situation, but 9 had several
2Q9,
and it seemed like every single bomb wall opened. So that was
Yeah,
nice.
it's less of a concern in 2Q9 than in the other dungeons, of course. The other versions of 9.
Jam could finish sub 55. That's crazy.
Well, I don't know if anyone's been keeping track, but this might be the fastest losing time.
I mean, a very high possibility.
All right, just a few more rooms to get through.
Well, it's good to lose your sword when you have nothing left to kill.
He's got silver arrows. This is fine. And finishing up with an official race time of 54:45. Get your GGs in chat for JamEvil.
That is
With
just
a
so fast.
insanely fast time. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't fast enough. When you go up against the player end up with the fastest time in the tournament.
I mean, looking at what both runners picked up, they didn't leave a lot. Any key, power bracelet, and the book. We never saw any bananas, but who cares?
I mean, they could both be a 9, but we'll never know. And we do welcome JamEvil into the booth. GG's. That was really fast, but not fast enough.
Right, that's, yeah. Correct. Hi, how's it going? GG's.
But yeah, I mean,
GG's, Jam.
I gotta assume you were feeling pretty good until the .done came in.
Yeah. Yeah, usually you feel good until you don't. Right. Anyways, everything was good. That was a great seed. That's actually my fastest tournament seed. I can't go any faster than that. So, that's awesome. I don't think I've seen a 46 in the tournament. Is that the fastest tournament time?
That is the fastest tournament time.
That's absolutely incredible. Yeah, there's no keeping up with that. I don't even feel bad about losing. GG,
No, you shouldn't.
Shaw, that's freaking awesome. That's really awesome. I said immediately, I was like, wow. I said it out loud. I'm like, he's done. What?
I mean,
Well, as I'm sure you know, and what it takes for that kind of a run.
Oh,
I mean, it was like 3 rooms in Triforce, 3 rooms in Triforce. You know,
Yeah.
every other screen was a level. So.
Yeah, 7.
certain
I
element of luck,
spent extra time in 7, but you're already done by the time I was putzing around in 7. Like there was nothing for me to do there. I was just Triforce hunting. If you went to the west first, you definitely had an advantage. Like if you got the wand and then you went west, I kind of went crisscross across the map. My routing was real all over the place. So that
I
definitely
think
caused me some time. Let me just finish.
The biggest difference is he just got to that northeast area with the last 3 dungeons. Like 6, 1, and 7 were all kind of in that northeast. And you did extra checks in the forest and in the desert. Looks like we lost Jam for a second. And of course, level 7 being a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, I would have said the first 20 minutes Jam was leading just because Shton had to do that double dip. But other than that, the runners were not too far away from each other until Jam got stuck in 7.
I think it also helped that Shton found level 8 first.
Yeah, and level 6 and got that.
Yeah.
You know, when he did the 8 to 6, that's when the run started.
Yeah, the immediate red ring allows me to just, my combat is probably not up to par with Jam, so that negated, that advantage that he has.
Yeah, and I see Opno in chat pointing out that he didn't have a red ring for his record time. Oh no, shots fired. But yeah, I mean, just anytime you can sub 50, anytime you can get that is just amazing. But you take the red. What are you supposed to do? Turn that down? Just. But yeah, it's just the level 8, you get the red ring, you get the bow, and then level 6. And once you got the silvers out of 6, it's like, unless the power bracelet shows up. And I'm of the opinion that you kind of look for stuff along the way. But And then you found your dungeons, and 7 was the quick Triforce, and there's no way you're going back into 7. One I could see doing a little bit more of because it's a smaller dungeon, but the Triforce there was super quick too, and that was your last dungeon.
Yeah, no, I thought about it for half a second. I mean, but with Recorder, the only thing I could have possibly needed was Power Bracelet, and so, with Recorder, if I hadn't found the last level, you just start going back. But luckily, I didn't.
Okay, well, looks like Jam is just gonna. He's done. He wants to say GG to Shton and good luck moving forward. Anyway, next round for you is Bogey Smalls. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's not going to get any easier every round. So, what is he, the 3rd seed or something? So he's had a great tournament. Hopefully I can, keep slaying dragons. We'll see.
All right. But yeah, okay, that is pretty much going to do it for us. We do have one more race on the schedule. That will be at 8 o'clock on SpeedGaming 2. That'll be Moonrise and Phoenix versus Ravioli. That'll be a best of the rest game 2. Ravioli having won game 1. So make sure you tune for that. Only one race on the schedule for tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Also best of the rest. 2% Chungus versus Stags 28. The next championship bracket races is a doubleheader that will be in the quarterfinals. Chess Jerk versus Spudazors. That'll start at 3 o'clock. Just keep an eye on your schedule to see what channels those will be on. Shton, again, GG's, congratulations, and good luck moving on.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Hayo, for the comms. Always appreciate y'all being willing to give us the time to get us on the air. So, GG's and thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And Hayo, it was absolutely a pleasure.
It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to watch some really fast runners today, and I can't wait for the race tonight. It'll be a lot of fun as well.
And of course, big thanks to JLo7 for doing the tracking behind the scenes. Trackers always our MVPs. Real huge shout outs to him. But yeah, that'll do it for us. And we'll see you at the next race at 8 o'clock.